This next one is it just called Under? Let me see. This next one is, yeah, it's just called Under. Okay. Let me open it first, and then I'll read the blurb they put on the itch page, as I often do, as I have found myself doing in the past. Under. I'll even do you a favor and show it on screen before I start reading. I think I've forgotten to do that a handful of times. Okay. It is opened. The description of this one seemed weird to me. Weirder than the last horror game, even. And that had a somewhat unorthodox description, and it had, I guess, fairly unorthodox gameplay as well. Let me turn the audio down a bit. It is quite loud ambience there. The fuck? Did I accidentally open Firefox? Why the fuck is Firefox in my... I'm not gonna question it. I'm just not gonna question it. But somehow Firefox has opened itself in my Windows audio mixer, and I haven't opened it. Whatever. Okay, Under. A short war stories horror game. I have no idea what that means. You woke up in the middle of World War II and realized that all of your comrades are gone. I can't believe. This is what anime has done to society. It's poisoned the well. We've finally gotten to the point where we have a World War II isekai. You now have to explore the place to find out the truth about what really happened and where do all your comrades go. Note, this is just a short horror experience created by Kenneth Agar of Solitary Studios, a Filipino developer, and made in just 1 week. Okay, so I can't judge it too harshly then. That's fair enough. Although, I don't know. Premise alone weirds me out a little bit. I don't get a lot of great feelings out of just thinking about a World War II isekai. It's just funny. I guess I can click credits here too. There you go. Created by Kenneth Agar. Alright, start. Let's experience it. Wear your headphones for better experience. So that's code for the game is going to have loud screamers in it. Maybe I should turn the audio down a little bit more if it's gonna be loud. It might not necessarily be loud. It's just whenever I hear a game tell me to put headphones on, and especially when it's a horror game, I'm like, okay. I know you're just looking to yell in my ear. You guys afraid to moan during sex, I'm all up in your girl's ear like, ah! Sorry. I am gonna turn it down a little bit more, because it's still, the ambience is pretty loud. So if it is going to scream, I don't want it to actually rupture my eardrum. Gun? Oh, come on, dude! Why would you not take the gun with you? That seems like, and I should probably close this out. There you go. That seems like something you might be interested in World War II era bunkers? Bunker? I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I move exceptionally slowly. You think there's just like a guy in here? Crouch. No, nothing. Oh wait, there is a sprint button. Okay. Sprint button brings me up to, like, expected walking speed. Dude, I'm actually, like, so bad with horror games. Like, me playing Amnesia was less than a good time for me last Halloween. I must check the ground floor first, of course. Because I need to find out where my comrades do go. How could I forget? Doing, like, the fucking thickest swallows. Salivating like a madman. Dude, I'm just not good with horror games. Like, all that shit I said about being a gamer and all that, and how I'm, like, not supposed to be afraid of jump scares, I am, like, a little puss-puss when it comes to jump scares. Alright, let's see where my friends do go. This must be the way where my comrade go. Okay. But how can I open it? Gun. There's so many guns, dude. Like, even, look, in most horror games, they don't just leave, like, I don't know, multiple weapons lying around. Like, you're supposed to feel, as a character, like you're defenseless, right? Like, when the monster shows up, you can't do anything about it. And I do feel particularly defenseless, but entirely by the character's choice. The game is, like, really bad performance also, which is kind of surprising because, like, I mean, I don't know. I played the fucking Pokemon Elden Ring clone, so you would expect that I'd be able to play this, but I guess not. You think they're just, like, there's no object culling whatsoever? Let me check this area first. Okay, so they're just gonna force me to investigate every single level. This war does not determine who is right, only who is left. This is so deep, dude. This is actually so hashtag true and relatable. Alright. Inspect the note. This is strange. The sounds of gunfiring and people yelling have been replaced by silence. There is something wrong. It just became quiet. Okay. Understandable. I guess, like, I don't know. What just happened? Did we win? Is it over? How the fuck did you get into this situation? Look. For one, the reason that, like, I think I was not in, like, the worst situation during the Amnesia playthrough is because I had already played through Amnesia before. Oh. I had already played through Amnesia before and seen it played through, like, multiple times over. But, like, even... God damn it, dude. Fuck me and my absolute necessity to diagonally walk in video games. Even my... experience couldn't save me from being scared occasionally. What was that? Like, I definitely got spooked in the part where I had to... Oh, okay. I'm in hell? Is this supposed to happen? Is this supposed to happen? I just feel like I kind of fell into hell? What happened? I can't even tell if I'm out of bounds. I'm definitely out of bounds. How? How did I manage this? I don't like... Oh, this is honestly... This is like a genuine, like... I think I was kind of traumatized as a kid from Twilight Zone, of all things. And Twilight Zone is the fucking cheesiest, like, least scary production you could get scared by, but I think I was genuinely... Oh, I can't get back in. Okay. I think I was genuinely a little bit traumatized by... I don't know how to... I think I'm gonna have to restart it. That's fine. I'll talk about Twilight Zone while I do. I think I was somewhat traumatized by Twilight Zone, because I watched it, like, with my family when I was pretty young. Like, before I went to school, I think. Or at least before I went to elementary school. Like, I was a young kid. Like, I barely have any memories of that era. But, I have two experiences from Twilight Zone scaring me, one of which I don't even feel like I should bring up, but, like, I can't help what scares me as, like, you know, a 4-year-old. So I'll say it, even though, like, I don't know, it probably would reflect poorly on me if I was still afraid of it, but, you know, I was 4, so I'll cut myself some slack in that regard. The first thing, this didn't traumatize me. This is not the one that traumatized me. But, one of the episodes of Twilight Zone that scared me was... I don't even remember that much about the episode, but I'm pretty sure, like a dude, he's, like, with his wife or something, and then he, I don't know, he, like, goes into the bathroom and changes. Like, I think he gets old? Like, he just changes in some, like, minute, like, hardly, well, obviously, like, aging 40 years is not minute, but it's not scary. Well, I guess, like, if you were that guy, it would probably be pretty scary, but I don't know. He like, went to a bathroom and changed in some way that I don't think should be scary to the audience, but as a 4-year-old, it terrified me. And the other one that I think traumatized me is the episode where the kid falls through, like, a fucking portal to another dimension in their bedroom. Like, it's so ridiculous, right? Like, it's especially talking about it now, it's like the least scary thing I can think of that I'm afraid of for some reason. But Out of Bounds have always been, I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like, this Out of Bounds situation where I weirdly clipped through the floor and, like, found myself in, like, another dimension where the ground was, like, still... I don't know, I guess it's less so Out of Bounds that I find scary. Are they gonna force me to go down that hallway? They probably are, right? I think it's less so Out of Bounds that I find scary, and more so, like, the idea of another dimension. I think that I already experienced that they're gonna force me. Oh no, I seem to be able to go up here just fine. Maybe. I'm expecting the jump scare any second now. I think it's less so, like, just the fact of being out of bounds that's scary to me. Oh, there's just nothing up here, huh? Okay. I think it's, yeah, the idea that there could be, like, a real dimension adjacent that you could just slip into and not be able to come back to your regular reality. Like, I think this game, my accidental falling out of bounds in it, is a good example of, like, that fearful feeling, because it did just look like, I don't know, just like a weird fucking pocket area of, like, there is land there, but, like, you're not supposed to be there, right? I guess it is kind of like, that's part of it. And that happens in my own nightmares very frequently. Like, extremely frequently. In fact, the only cases where I'll really have a nightmare is, I see your shadow. But I feel like the game is forcing me to go in this direction, so I don't feel like I really have a choice, right? Sorry, I'll get back to my discussion about amnesia at some point, probably. You're just gonna, like, jump out and go, ah, wah, 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 aren't you? No? And now I have to go up? Am I insane, or where am I? Is this not the same staircase? I guess it's not. And now I'm descending into the depths of hell for some reason. Just take the game at face value, I guess. It's less scary when you're talking about... There it is. Okay. Oh, am I still gaming? It's less scary when you take it at face value for how silly it is. But I truly am. I feel like if I was less distracted by what I was talking about, that probably could have scared me, as cheesy and bad as that looked. War is just a massacre of people who don't know each other. So true. Honestly, so true. I feel like I'm getting too distracted, though. I've got 2 different tangents I'm trying to close up. The other one... Wait, okay. Did I finish my loading? What, really? There was a loading screen there? I don't even remember what the fuck I was gonna say. Why was there a loading screen for this? Time bomb collected. Okay. War is hell. Picks up time bomb. I was gonna say something deep and insightful about my fear of out of bounds. Oh yeah, I was talking about my nightmares. I like don't typically have traditional nightmares. What the hell is that? You think he would have said that a little bit sooner when introduced to, like, the demon that screamed in his face, but maybe not. Like, that felt, like, scripted. Like, it felt like I had to do that, right? But now he's treating it as if this is, like, a new thing. I don't even know where it is, or if it's near me. Oh, it is near me. Okay, slightly unsettling. But that's about it. Am I supposed to use this time bomb? If so, I don't know how. I'm pressing, like, as many keys as I could think would be interact keys. Oh, there's another. Oh, that one was fake. Never mind. War is hell. Sorry, let me try and cap up the discussion on nightmares. I don't typically have traditional nightmares. Like, when I have a traditional nightmare, and when I say that, I mean, like, because most of my nightmares are oftentimes exclusively fueled by the fact that I'm, like, kind of entering sleep paralysis. Like, okay, I don't see anything to interact with here. I guess I'm dead. Or is this where I'm supposed to go? Oh, he's stuck. Dude, why does he have, like, a fucking old man balding haircut? What is that hairline, dude? Okay. So I guess this is not where I was supposed to go. Or maybe it is, and there's something I need to interact with. Regardless, I guess this gives me time to cap up my nightmare discussion, and then I'll figure out what I'm supposed to do with this. Or it did say it was a time bomb, so maybe I'm, like, on a timer and I'm just gonna blow up or something. Oh, the time bomb was for the hatch. I need to get to the hatch, and then I'll be able to get to where my comrades went, of course. But yeah, when I say traditional nightmare, I don't know. For me, it's very obvious to tell when I'm having, like, a normal nightmare. Like, there's just a certain feeling I get, and it's like a physical feeling I get when I've rolled onto my back in my sleep. It's like immediately once I roll on my back, like, things change in the dream. Like, I was having a perfectly normal dream last night, but then obviously at some point I rolled onto my back, and then I just, like, everything kind of loses control, and in a way that I very quickly realize that I'm dreaming, because it's the same sort of feeling I get every single time. And as soon as I realize that I'm dreaming, I just, like, get killed. Like, I get murdered in some way, and that's usually the end of the dream. And then I'll wake up, and sometimes, like, when it's really bad and I'm genuinely experiencing sleep paralysis as a result of that, when I realize it's a dream, like, if I force myself to open my eyes, I sometimes might still be unable to move and have, like, real sleep paralysis, right? But most of the time, it's pretty minor, and I can just kick myself out of it, and I just, you know, I experience a dream death, which is, like, whatever, I'm used to it at this point. It was, like, really unsettling and scary when it was first starting to happen to me. Like, it started happening really suddenly, sometime in my adolescence, like, sometime in middle school. I started getting sleep paralysis and having these dreams that I die in it. And at first it was rough, and at times could make it really hard to get back to sleep if it happens, like, in the middle of the night. But which sucks, because, like, even if you're not afraid of a dream, like, you wake up and you realize that, like, you know, what just happened wasn't scary in the slightest. You just can't get back to sleep. It's annoying. But anyways, yeah, I don't have many traditional nightmares, but when I do, they're usually, like, really stupid. The most I get are, like, sleep paralysis nightmares from rolling on my back, and I just try and sleep in a position where I won't roll on my back in the middle of my sleep. But, like, you can't control yourself in the middle of your sleep completely, right? Like, no matter how much I try and force myself to sleep on my side, occasionally I'll just roll on my back, right? And, yeah, so that is a recurring theme. As a result of that is, hopefully I survive here so I can, like, get a jump on him, is, in my dreams where this happens, I get, like, a very strong feeling that, okay, how the fuck did it, I wasn't sprinting, god damn it, I had such a leap on it, too. Okay, so I get this, and then I start running, and I don't even remember where I passed it. He just said, like, what is that at some point, and then I looked behind me and it was there. So I'm gonna assume that I just need to keep running. And I don't know, I feel like the strategy of getting it, well, I don't know, maybe what happened there was it also fell on me, like, from above, because it wasn't following me in a straight line. Why does that happen? Just, like, goes black for a second. I thought I died again. I was, like, holding my breath a little bit, waiting for the jump scare. Anyways, what was I saying about nightmares? Something deep and insightful? Yeah, most of the time when I roll on my back, I just out of nowhere get the feeling that, like, I shouldn't be there. And, like, I think part of it also ties back to, this is all, like, I'm unraveling all of my childhood trauma at once. This is, like, the stupidest thing to get traumatized by of all time, so get ready for it. I think I'm also somewhat affected by the, hopefully I can just do this. Strats? I don't remember which way it was. Hopefully it's the long hallway. You think he's behind me? Oh, he's taking the long way. Dumbass. I think that I was also partially traumatized by, finally, escaped. Wake up, comrade! Is this a fucking Jacob's Ladder situation? Am I dead? Did I die? What are you saying? You got unconscious. Look, we are winning! Yes, comrade. So true, bestie. The enemies are retreating. Let's go. I'm excited to go home and see my wife. Yes. War isn't hell after all. Comrade, no! I think yeah. Only the dead have seen the end of war, Plato. Okay. So true. Plato was on some shit when he said that. I just all of a sudden could hear my fan again. The batteries on my noise-canceling headphones wore out, so whatever. The noise canceling on these things is not the best anyways. Also, I can't use my mouse? I can't use my mouse to close the game. Under! Let's talk about Under. And then I'll talk about my other trauma. I thought that game was decent. It was okay. You know, as far as horror... It was okay. I wasn't really paying attention to the game at all. It's very... I don't know, it's kind of cliche. I shouldn't try and, like, judge these games. It was a game. It was a fully completed game from start to finish, including an area that lets you fall out of bounds. Whatever. I shouldn't try and critique these too much, I think. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up coming across as an asshole. But I also don't just want to say that every game is good, because I feel like that can also feel disingenuous. All right, before we move on to the next one, which is thankfully another Souls game, so I don't have to be a little baby about jump scares. Let me finish my trauma. I think part of the reason I'm afraid of the whole, like, you shouldn't be here thing is, out of all of the things to be scared by as a child, I think it's from not the first Jimmy Neutron movie, because that was the Jimmy Neutron movie came out before the TV show. But I think it is well, I don't even remember if it was a movie, actually. But it was some special that they did. I think it was a movie. I think it was a aired to TV Jimmy Neutron movie in which at one point is like, I don't know, they were like going through an obstacle course and they tried to like cheat. They tried to cheat the obstacle course, and then they were like thrown into a realm, or at least one of them was thrown into a realm where it was like their regular home, but everything was off and it was uncanny valley and like things weren't right. And that I don't know, that's scary to me. That scared me as a kid, and so I hold that innate fear for the rest of my life. And those are like the only two. I guess those are kind of tightly connected, though. The fear of like out of bounds and the fear of you're not supposed to be there, just because like in most cases you're not supposed to be out of bounds. And I've always thought, and I probably will at some point, put a secret in one of my games where the secret has almost nothing to do, well, I don't know, I might tie it into like the lore of the game. Although I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of like, I love Undertale, I love Deltarune, and Undertale / Deltarune is probably the game that has done it best out of all of the games that try this kind of cliche thing. But I've never been a huge fan of, like, there is something going on under the hood that the game is, like, obscuring from you. Like, the game itself is sentient, or, like, I don't know. I was not a fan of it in the way it was handled in Inscription. I think Inscription's just not good. But anyways, sorry. So I'm kind of opposed to the idea of, like, tying it into the lore, because I feel like if you put a secret where there is, like, an out-of-bounds place and, like, they treat you like you're not supposed to be there, that everyone will, like, collectively look at that and be like, oh, this is just, like, an Undertale, this is just, like, an Inscription, this is just that same kind of thing, that I'm not really a huge fan of. So I would probably try and do it, hopefully a little bit differently. If I was going to make it tie into the story, I don't know. I would do it in a different way, hopefully. Hopefully I could pull it off in an interesting way. Maybe not. And it would also be like, I would try and make the secret so obscure that it hopefully takes like, well, I don't know, with data mining it probably wouldn't take long, but I would hope that it takes at least like a month for people to find it and have it still be difficult for people who don't look up how to do it. Like, look, I want it to be obscure enough that if you didn't look up the solution to how to get to the secret area, you would never do it. Like, it should be something that is only done either on accident or if you just looked up how to do it. I think that's cool, and I'll probably do it at some point. But moving on, I don't know. I have a desire to put like my own irrational fears in a video game. And maybe traumatize someone else as a result of it. Because, dude, if you got it by accident, if you were, like, in a perfect world where nobody looks this kind of shit up and nobody data mines, in a perfect world where you were the first person to accidentally find that secret, and, like, the world is immediately hostile towards you the same way that I experience in nightmares on a regular basis, I need to make other people feel my own nightmares. This is my way of venting. I don't know, there's some sort of demonic schadenfreude I get out of that. Alright. Bizarre Souls. That's the next game. Now that I'm done being evil.